Using hard money to invest in real estate is kind of like picking up a hot potato. You don't want to hold on to it for very long. Today, I'm going to talk to you about how to use hard money to invest in real estate. My name is Shiloh Lundahl, and you are watching the Improved channel focused on real estate investing. All right, today I'm here with one of my preferred hard money lenders, Spencer Owens.
Yep. Hello.
Anyway, so we're here, and I wanted to have him explain a little bit about what hard money lending is and why an investor would want to use a hard money loan to get an investment property.
Yeah, thanks, Shiloh. So really to try to answer the question, when investors are trying to purchase properties, as you may know or soon find out, you've got to move really quick. You've got to put an offer in on a property. You've got to tell the seller that you can close near immediately. And traditional conventional financing banks, they can't move that quick. They'll take 4 to 6 to 8 weeks to get things done. A lot of hoops to jump through. A hard money lender that's really going to be a good partner for you is somebody who's going to move very quickly with you, can provide you a firm commitment within minutes or hours of your purchase or of your inquiry that you can lend on the deal. It's not uncommon for us to receive an email, say today on Wednesday, and fund a deal on Friday. Mm-hmm. We can move that quick. So really, the reason you're going to use a hard money lender is to have that flexibility, that speed, that convenience to move as quick as you need to make sure you can get the deal as soon as it hits the market, rather than getting beat by those who already have hard money lenders they're working with.
Got it. Okay. What does an investor need to do in order to start working with a hard money lender, and in order to convince a hard money lender that they're worth lending to?
Right. So for us, it's an easy process. We need to gather some information about you, about your financials, very high level. We want to know that you have money to service the debt and to perform, to be able to put money down on the purchase and to perform the rehab costs. Or you need to show you have a partner helping you with that. However it is you're coming up with the money to meet those obligations, that's really the only financial requirement that we look at. We want to know if you have any experience. We work with new borrowers all the time who are new to this industry, new to the game, and that's not a problem. But we do need to make sure you have the ability to make your monthly debt payments, to put the down payment down on the house, and to get those rehab repairs done that you have projected.
Okay. And so how much experience do you want an investor to come in with in order to start working with an investor?
Again, we've worked with first-time borrowers, and we've worked with borrowers who have flipped 100 plus homes. Okay. So how much do we want? I mean, we'd love a lot of experience. Sure. That just speaks more confidence to their ability to get in and get things done.
So I guess here's a question then. So when it comes to a first-time borrower, do you lend as much to first-time borrowers as you do to experienced borrowers, or do you lend them a little bit differently until they get experience?
I'll give you a little bit of background on what we do lend. We typically lend up to 90% of your purchase price. Mm-hmm. So you've got to put 10% down. Okay. Not to exceed 70% of that final after rehab value. Okay. So if the house is going to be worth $200,000 at the end of the day, 70% of that would be $140,000. Our loan will never exceed $140,000 on that particular home. But we do want you to put 10% down. Now, if you have some experience, to answer your question, will we lend more to people who have experience? We can provide some of that rehab reimbursement on the loan, but we do want to see that you have some experience getting projects from the start to the finish line before we start giving some of that rehab allowance.
Okay, got it. So then when you come in and you have this experience, or if you're partnered up with somebody who's experienced,
yeah.
Do you consider, if somebody partners up that's new with somebody that is experienced, do you include that person that is experienced? Do you include their experience in the consideration for lending to them?
We can, so long as that partner is also willing to be on the loan as a personal guarantor.
Oh, okay. Got it.
So if they're, and we work with people who are working with coaches all the time, and a lot of coaches, they don't do that side. They won't go on so far as to signing on the loan, but sometimes they have. They say, hey, I trust this guy as much as I want you to. I'm going to hold their hand all along the way. I have no problem guaranteeing the loan.
Got it. Okay. What are some things that newer investors should look out for and watch out for when it comes to getting hard money loans?
Great question. We get calls all the time from people who want to negotiate our interest. They want to negotiate our fees. They want to negotiate just everything, which I don't blame them. You should shop around and find a hard money lender that best suits your needs. I will tell you though that most hard money lenders, they're all going to come out with their stated interest terms, rate and fees and everything. And we had a borrower from back east in North Carolina call us yesterday and said, hey, I know we decided not to use you. We went down the road with this other lender. Come to find out they need more time and there's a lot more fees than they initially told us. And we turned around and said, we told you from the beginning,
Right.
You were chasing lower interest rate, but in the end, they couldn't get it done.
Yeah.
So you have to consider the full picture. So some good questions to ask: what are your total fees? What, not just your origination fee, but a lot of lenders have a doc fee and an underwriting fee and an appraisal fee, an origination fee, a discount points, whatever it is. You really have to take all those into consideration when you're comparing one lender to another. And then the other thing is just convenience, speed and convenience.
Right.
We like to be as convenient as possible and as predictable as possible. So you know what you're going to get every time.
Yeah.
Like I said, you hit me up on Wednesday, we can fund it on Friday. It happens a lot.
And that's one of the reasons that I've really enjoyed working with you, is because I do know what I'm getting when I'm working with you. And I'm able to connect you with everybody else in the process. And all of a sudden you guys do all of your things that you need to do. And at the end, I just go and I sign. And so it's been very helpful for me to be able to work with somebody that can get things done. And so I appreciate that. One last question. What has been like the worst experience as a hard money lender that you've had?
Boy, that's a loaded question. I mean, I've been
Without saying any names.
Right. I've been doing this for 11 years now, and I've funded over 3,000 loans. Arizona, Colorado, Texas, Tennessee, North Carolina primarily. We haven't had a tremendously high number of foreclosures, but when you've done 3,000 loans, there will be some in there. And we've had a couple bad apples. We've had a borrower who was a great performer for a long time until he wasn't. I think his own world turned into a Ponzi scheme and started taking on more money to cover up other money, and that went bad. But we were able to get out of that one and get our assets and our loan monies back. Probably the single biggest issue we've had is a borrower who, after he closed our loan, he partnered with somebody, and he then quitclaimed the property over to that new person. That new person isn't our borrower.
Right.
He just quitclaimed it. That new person, however, inserted himself into our lives and made it miserable. We finally had to foreclose. That person is now challenging us in court for wrongful foreclosure, even though he was never our borrower. We never had an agreement with him. It was with the first guy, and for us personally, that's been a pretty bad experience.
Yeah.
For people getting into the business, just know who you're working with. Do your due diligence. Don't give your money to people that you don't know and trust, and don't do anything without a contract.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much. I
You're
appreciate
welcome.
it.
Yeah, good luck.
And thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks for watching this video on learning how to invest using hard money. I'm also including Spencer's contact information in the notes below, so you can contact him and learn more about how you can get a hard money loan from him. I hope you liked it. If you did, please subscribe to the channel, click the like button, click the notification bell. I'd really appreciate it. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.